Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd update my top 5 options alert services for traders review. I did this a year ago, if you look at the date right here, 2023. And so I thought for 2024, like things have changed, right? Like markets change, services change. I found some new ones. I've focused on some different services than I was a year ago. And so I thought what I'd do is update the video for you guys. So if you want to check the description below, you'll find the link that takes you to this article. In this article, you'll find all the links that you need to sign up for these services or to learn more about the services. A lot of them have video reviews, like, well, video sales letters, I guess you call them, VSLs. And they are often, can be kind of slow to get through, but they're often very useful in terms of finding out like the background of the people involved and things. So let me get started here. This is the top 5 option alert services for traders. Basically, my first one right here is one that's new, completely new. Wasn't in this article just yesterday. I just updated it today. It's Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader, and this is best for people that want to buy options. So if you want to buy options, hold them for a few days to a week or two, this service is for you. It's very, very simple, and it's taught by somebody who's an absolute legend in the trading world. If you haven't heard of Nate Bear, he's somebody who's turned $37,000 into $2.7 million in just 4 years of trading. And I've seen his verified tax records to prove this. And so this is not just like, oh, he made this up and he says this. I've seen the records and I've talked to the people behind the scenes, and including his legal team, which have also verified his track record, obviously to help people out, to make sure that this guy is legit. If you've ever traded with Nate and his previous companies that he's worked with, you'll know that this is true, that this is somebody who really does actually make money trading. And he's really down to earth, which is something that is often like not exactly what goes hand in hand, right? Normally you have these really wealthy traders who have made a lot of money, but they're really narcissistic and egotistical and annoying. Nate is neither of those things. He's really down to earth, and his trading ability just really complements that as well. So that's why he's my number one pick here for the best people for people for buying options trades, like alerts. Now, the thing that I really like about this is the value. So I subscribed and I paid the full price. And the amazing thing is it's actually decreased significantly in price. 30% decrease in price over the last week or two since I purchased this probably a few months ago. And so now you can get this for $179 for a year. So like a whole year. And some services that are way inferior will they'll want that a month. And so this is something that I really like about Nate. And if you subscribe to the channel, I'm actually doing a live stream interview with Nate Bear on the 31st of January. So if you're watching this before then, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications button, because I'm actually going to be talking to Nate live. And this is remarkable because most people won't talk to people like me live because they have something to hide, right? Like they don't want me to ask any probing questions. Nate is an open book, and that's what I really like about him. I take most of his trades. I think I've taken a trade every week since I joined the service. So I actually really do trade these alerts. Like I'm not just, pulling these out and saying, hey, you should join this. I trade them. I love them. I've done a full review of his whole service, which you can get at the link on this article right here. You've probably, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you've probably also seen these reviews already, but you can get the full review to Profit Surge Trader right here. Again, everything you need will be in the description below. And it's really simple. Basically, all Nate does is he picks one particular stock that has had a huge surprise earnings. So something like Target last month. So in December, Target had, it was actually late November, I think, Target had huge earnings, and research in all sorts of major institutions, including Harvard, have shown that there's this profit surge. That's the name of the service, right? Profit surge. There's a profit surge after these surprise earnings, and this can last weeks. And so what Nate does is he basically uses his expertise and technical knowledge, including the TTM squeeze, which you guys probably heard from John Carter made famous. Basically, the TTM squeeze, along with certain technical patterns and this proven profit surge after earnings, to basically have a superb win rate on these trades. So I've experienced 100% win rate from the trades I've taken. Not that I'm going to have any, like I'm going to have losers, right? But there's a 85% win rate for Nate over the course of the inception of the service from the middle of 2023. So This is a fantastic service if you don't have much time. If you just want to take 1 or 2 option trades a week, this is for you, right? So on Mondays at noon, he goes live within the dashboard of the service, the Profit Surge Trader service, and he alerts the particular trade that he's going to take for the month, you know, the first Monday of the month. But he also has bonus trades, and that's where people like don't realize, like, you can have one particular earnings surprise winner that he trades every week of that month. But on top of that, he uses his technical expertise with the TTM squeeze and patterns to actually add on some bonus trades, which really amplify your profits. And so all of those combined, including the bonus trades, 85% win rate, verified by his legal team, who are really on it. And this is what I really like. His legal team understand FTC guidelines, FTC rules, and they don't publish anything that's not true because, of course, that can get somebody into trouble. That can't be said for everybody, right? That's actually very unusual in this industry, and that's one of the reasons that I really like this. So the 3 reasons that I really like this is, 1, it's simple and easy to follow. You can get a really similar price, if not better price, to Nate on these trades. 2, there's a live stream, which is really fantastic, and he basically talks you through and answers your questions in the chat as well every Monday, which is really good. And 3, the value. This is a really low-cost service. If you want to check out how much this costs, you'll be absolutely shocked. Just click on the link in the description below, come to the article, and click right here. So let me show you. Click right here, and you'll be shocked at how low cost this is for a whole year. Basically, you're getting a millionaires traders mentoring with verified tax records. This is not somebody who's just like making this up. And I can also vouch for Nate personally, and I'll make sure this is like on the live stream as well, that you guys see that this guy is for real. This is him right here. He was a construction worker, and basically he turned his life around, right? He was struggling to make ends meet, and he basically made so much money trading that he semi-retired for a few years. And now he's back. He's back at the working with Agora, and they're helping him help you and help me make some extra money trading these options. So basically, you don't need a large account. You can do this with a small account. The contracts are only $200 or $300 a time, so you're not talking about like huge amounts of money. So I really like this service. It's really popular. You'll see in the chat when you join that there's thousands of people in this service, and just from talking to people and doing videos about the service so far, I've seen hundreds of people join up. So definitely consider it. Also check out my other videos on this throughout the channel. You'll see them things like this one, like the real track record. They actually disclose his track record, again approved by his legal team. And these are guys that don't care what he actually does. They only care about liability and making sure that the truth is out there, because they're the ones responsible for that. So really good service. My #1 pick if you're looking to buy options in 2024. So moving on, Bullseye Trades, you guys know if you watch the channel regularly, I'm a huge Jeff Bishop fan. I've known him for years. And Jeff Bishop has been on this channel several times now, and he has shown that this Bullseye Trades has been a very good service. However, this year I've been struggling a little bit, as you guys know if you've been part of the service. The trades tend to take off because Jeff, unlike Nate, so this is a good point right here. So Bullseye Trades is similar to Nate's Profit Surge Trader, but the difference being is that Jeff picks the stocks pre-market on Monday mornings, whereas Nate actually picks them around noon. And so usually there's actually a dip in Nate's trades, whereas with Jeff recently, especially in this bull market, we've seen a massive increase in price really quickly in the price of his options that he's picking. So it's been very difficult, unless you're very brave, to follow Bullseye Trades. That's why it's been bumped down to #2. So it used to be #1 on this list. This year, so far, I'd have to say I'm a little disappointed. Not in Jeff, but in the fact that he's just too right, if that makes sense. Like, you can be too on the ball, and the options have been moving really fast, but we haven't been able to keep up. However, I still do believe in the service. It's still something I try and get into as best I can. I've not been able to dip by it the way that I've been able to dip by Nate Bear's service, and so therefore that's why it's #2. So again, this is a single options trade. With Nate, you do actually get 2 or 3 sometimes, but with Jeff, you only get 1. That's the only thing you get. You'll never get bonus trades. It's always just 1 trade. I still recommend it though, because it has a long track record. The only thing I don't like is there's not been anything from Raging Bull that Jeff founded, basically, and there's no real like, here's all the trades. It's very like, you know, kind of not as transparent as Nate's service. So I don't want to burn any bridges here. Like I said, I've known Jeff, and I consider him to be a friend, or at least an acquaintance. And it's not that the service isn't good; it's just not as good as Nate Bear's service has been recently. So I think you guys will know that if you're in both these services anyway. So if you're looking for option trades to buy these two services, I do recommend them. I hope that the market actually cools off a bit, because it doesn't help Jeff's picks. If the market is basically raging upwards, the trades get away from us. He puts in prices that are too low, and the service is definitely losing traction. I see it in the comments inside the Raging Bull dashboard, and it's a little frustrating, but yeah. Anyway, those are my top two buying services. So people that want to buy options and then sell them, fantastic, make some money. Now, for people that want to sell options for passive income and collect a premium, so you can also sell options to buyers, like so you just basically sell to open and you collect the premium. It's a really fantastic way to collect passive income. And you guys might know that I'm involved with ThetTraders, so ThetTraders.com. It's an options trade alert service run by Lance Kaminsky. And basically I helped him establish this service a few years ago now. He already had his own service, but we kind of joined forces and made this service together. And honestly, it's grown ridiculously fast and out of control, and we have a lot of members now and a lot of people that are really enjoying the service a lot. So if you don't know much about this is probably one of the places to start to learn how to sell options. There's different tiers of the subscription services, so you can learn on the lowest tier, and then we can upgrade you to the higher, more profitable tiers. At least that's been my experience. It'd be more profitable for me that on the higher tiers. But if you're new, you might not want to put out that type of money straight away. You can go to ThetTraders.com and you can see what we offer. It's pretty explanatory. We did have a free trial, but we did end up getting rid of that because we've had so many new subscribers. Lance has been inundated with people that it was just like, we can't deal with people on 7-day trials, especially people that are putting in false cards, false cards or cards that are designed to bounce. So they get the 7 days, but Lance spends time with them, he helps them, and then he doesn't get paid for it. So we basically took away the free trial, unfortunately. If you're annoyed about that, there's certain people to blame, certain factors of the population that do that. But I really, really highly recommend this. This is where I make a lot of my money. So my wife and I have decided to put a lot of our money into this type of strategy. And going forward, we're going to increase that more and more, because it really is feels like free money to me. So basically, there's everything from credit spreads, so you can do those on equities like SPY, SPX, that type of thing. There's cash secured puts, which are basically selling naked puts on meme stocks and things like that. That's like the lowest tier. But the really, really valuable part of the service is the part where you're selling on futures options, and that's where I put all my money. So basically, we're selling on oil, we're selling on natural gas. Well, actually, I don't sell natural gas. It's called the Widowmaker. So I was tempted to, but Lance talked me out of it. So we do oil, we do gold. I sell a lot of gold options, which is really good. And also ES and MES as well. So if you really want to learn this stuff, honestly, there's nobody better out there than Lance to help you with this. He goes above and beyond. He helps people one-on-one, does Zoom calls with people, and the Discord is really starting to take off and become a really exciting place to trade. So I'm excited about ThetTraders going forward. Number one option selling service. And it's very passive. You can sell a 3-month option, something that expires in 3 months, and you get the money up front, and then you just sit and you wait for it to decay via theta decay. And I can honestly say, I haven't lost a trade since. I started learning from Lance and doing these trades, and made significant amounts of money, which has been really, really fantastic. So definitely check this out. Again, the link is in the description below. Come and check it out. It's number 3 on my list. Number 3 only because I started with 2 option buying services. It would be my top service in terms of profitability, because profitability and basically passive income, which is what we all want, right? We don't want to work. At least I don't. All right, so number 4 is Market Navigator. So it's 4 out of 5, so we're getting there. So hang in there if you're still watching. Number 4 is Market Navigator by Jeff Williams. So he's another guru at Raging Bull, which was founded by Jeff Bishop with the Bullseye Trades stuff. And so again, this is for people that want to buy options, and I really love this. So I've interviewed Jeff a few times on the channel as well, and basically what he does with Market Navigator is exclusively buy SPY options. So if you like trading SPY, you might like this guy. He gives a good commentary on what he's doing and what he's going to do depending on the market. It's actually a service that's really good even if you're not going to follow the alerts, because it keeps you up to date on what might be going on in the market, what could be coming up, what the catalysts are, what the particular market economic events are, just things like that. It's really good to keep up on it. He has a great track record, around 80% win rate. It is a profitable service overall, which is good. I really like Jeff. Again, he's down to earth, really good guy. So definitely check this guy out. I put some links to his track record and things here, you can see in the article. That changes over time. This might not be fully up to date, so just bear that in mind. He's very educational based. He was a teacher by trade, as was Lance from ThetTraders, by the way. So it seems like teachers often end up doing these alert services. And so Lance is a teacher and somehow manages ThetTraders.com all at the same time. And Jeff Williams was a teacher years ago and gave it up for this. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So definitely check out that if you're interested in buying SPY options. And finally, the Sidekick Traders Discord. This is a Discord I started in 2020 around the time of the pandemic. And this place was booming back then when all these traders were coming in. Basically, there was just hundreds of people. I think we had 500 members at one point, all just coming in and joining in and doing all these trades together. Unfortunately, it's died off a little bit since then. As time goes on, people go back to work, people quit trading. So it's a little bit quieter these days, but there's still a really good trader in there that does these really high risk but high reward 0 DTE SPX options trades. So if you're looking for day trades, because remember the buying option side here and the sell side even is all swing trades so far, this one could be for you. So if you want to do this, it's not something I really talk about that much anymore, and it's something that there's a small group of people, maybe a couple hundred people in there now, that just basically do these 0 DTE SPX options trades. These can be huge winners. Just the other day I saw the main guy in there who does the alerts. He alerted a trade that went up 700% in just an hour or so. And he's at the moment he's actually on a 20+ win rate. So sorry, win rate, not win rate, winning streak. So 20 trades in a row have all been green. And if you send me a message, I can show you that, or comment, and I'll show you some of the trades and things. But this is one that I really am not promoting that much at all, even though I founded it. Even though it's my main business that I started in 2020, it's not something that I promote that much. And that's because it's so niche. Basically, the emphasis is on these high risk, high reward, 0 DTE SPX options trades, which are not for everybody. So it's often very difficult to get into these. It's best to learn the strategy, which takes time and effort, but the people that do really do reap the rewards. So I think you'll be pretty surprised and pretty happy with that. There's a link here to join if you want, and there's no trial anymore. But if you join, then we'll make sure that you're taken care of and that people help you with what's going on in there as well. So yeah. So really, yeah, that's the video for today. That's the top 5 options alert services that I'm most excited about for 2024. I think the top one would be Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader. I really think you guys will love that one. It takes a few minutes a week. You can watch the whole live stream at noon if you like. It doesn't take that long. But basically you're just buying and then holding something for a few days or a week. Sometimes a little longer, but generally not. And that's all you need to do. And it's a very high win rate with a very legitimate, very successful trader, which is really all you can ask for, right? That's the best you can do in this niche. So hopefully that's helpful, and we'll talk to you guys on the next video. But make sure you check the subscribe button and the notification button, because I don't want you to miss the live stream with Nate Bear in about 2 weeks from now on the 31st of January, because I think you're really going to enjoy talking to him, and he's one of the most down-to-earth traders I've ever met. So, alright guys, talk to you soon.